Hello, welcome to this week's weekly forecast. Going to kick off with dollar CAD. As usual, we let Monday unfold a little bit before we jump in, so we'll kick it off with dollar CAD. This is a weekly chart. I want to draw your attention really just to this structure. We have support, 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 a little bit of a deviation, back above, support again, support again. So this seems to be a key level of interest. If we break down below, then I will change my bias to bearish, but at the moment, whilst it's above this level, we'll move down into the daily and show you the level that I'm looking at. We have resistance, 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 support, support. So was expecting a little bit of a bounce last week, which we got. Didn't really go anywhere though, so looking for the exact same this week. My bias is bullish as long as we stay above these key levels. The only thing that will change that is the daily close below. We will have broken this structure and broken higher time frame support and resistance. Going down into the H1. Last week we were looking for a break of this confirmed structure. Your resistance, resistance, resistance. We finally got that break. Not quite the retest, but we were implementing Monday's ranges to get involved, but it just didn't go anywhere. So same again for this week. If we put the day dividers on, you can see the resistance already at Monday's high. So last week's high, resistance, and Monday's high acting as resistance. So if we get a H1 close above that, H1 close like this, doesn't really matter about the retest as much. The close is the most important thing, and that'll give me the confidence to get involved with this to the long side. So just going to see if we can get back above Monday's high and take it from there. I want to move on to Aussie. Weekly chart. It's at a key level at the moment, so resistance, resistance, possible resistance. We do have structure in the lower time frame that I'm looking at. If we go down into the H4, we have this previous high acting as support and resistance, so resistance turned to support. We also have this structure that I'm following as well. It seems to be holding the market up. Support, 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 support here. So ideally I would like to close below this level here. Monday's low is coming in here as well, so we'll just have to let price unfold if we can get below and look for sells in Aussie just based off the higher time frame and then the lower time frame breaking down. There's nothing much really to say about that anymore. Quite simple. Euro pound, let's go to the daily chart. Structure that I'm looking at. Support, support. We've broke down now. So looking for selling opportunities in euro pound. Don't really want to be long up into resistance. Go down into the H1. There's nothing really to write home about, but we do have last week's low and Monday's low coming pretty close, so H1 close below there and it could be good to go for selling opportunities, because we will have broke down below this higher time frame level, and we'll broke down below last week's low and Monday's low, so you can see it acting as support at the moment. And that's all there really is to write home about that. Obviously any updates I will put into the trading group. If you want to join the trading group, I'll leave some details below this video. You can email asking about it. You get live trade updates when I'm getting in and getting out of trades, plus you get these daily videos as well. Dollar yen, some nice weekly levels. Support, 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 and looks like confirmed support here. After last week we got this sort of reversal on the lower time frames. You can go down into the H1. You can see the reaction that we had on Friday. So at the moment, letting Monday unfold, obviously. Put the day dividers on here. looking for longing opportunities, so we'll have to see if we can break above and use that as a pivot. That will mean if we go back out to the weekly, we'll have break above this level, but also if we zoom in, I think the daily might be a little bit clearer. Support, it's acting as resistance at the moment here, and we really need that close above to get involved to the upside. And it's just based off the higher time frames, and then trying to get involved in the lower time frames. But this is a key level here. Support. Is it going to be resistance? Well, I'm looking for a break above and continue higher. Just based off the bounces that we've had previously here. If we go out to the weekly, huge rally here, huge rally here, huge rally here. I'm just looking for the exact same to occur. Dollar Swiss is sort of similar. If we go out to the weekly, support. We have broke down close below that, but I do think that it was coming down to sweep these lows before going higher. Dollar yen's probably a bit cleaner, but so I'll have to see how we evolve in dollar Swiss. I just don't want to be long this until we get above this level here. Obviously we have broke structure as well, but that really means nothing on its own, so we could get a pullback, and we'll see if we can get involved some way with this, any updates I put into the group. But that's the levels that I wanted to show you anyway on the weekly. We're just in this huge sort of range of support here, and then resistance up here. So is this going to continue? Maybe a false breakout back in, and then get involved to the upside again on the dollar Swiss. USDCAD is looking quite interesting now. Go to the weekly, there's no real levels, but you can see that we've sold off. I'll go to the monthly actually. You can see we've sold off from these levels before, and just looking for it to happen again. Don't want to be long up into areas where all this heavy selling has happened in the past. So looking for selling opportunities. If we go down into the daily, in and around this level, we can look for breakdowns. Are we going to get one more run up, take this high? Quite possible. So we'll have to look for structure in the lower time frame. Have support here, support, and then it looks like a little bit of a breakdown. So we'll be keeping an eye on Monday's levels, and any trade I get involved in, I'll be looking for to the downside usually. Was looking for downside last week, didn't get involved, but this week could be different. Looking a little bit better in EuroCAD. Sort of similar with PoundCAD as well. We'll go to the weekly. We're in this huge range, as you can see. Resistance, huge resistance here, and then support down here. So looking for selling opportunities whilst we're at levels we've sold off before, and we'll not be buying into these levels unless if we break, retest, and then I'll look for buying. But at the moment, I'm looking for selling opportunities. Similar with EuroCAD, we have this support structure. It has not been breached yet, holding quite nicely. Monday's low so far is here, so if we break that, H1 close below Monday, we could be looking for selling opportunities in PoundCAD. Let's move on to Aussie New Zealand, and then we'll finish with New Zealand CAD. So Aussie New Zealand weekly time frame, resistance, and we sold off heavily before from these levels. A bit of resistance here, so looking for selling opportunities again, just based off the higher time frame levels. We've sold off from here, and we have some support and resistance through here. We also have these structure highs coming in, so all making perfect sense to get a bias from there. H4, this is the structure I'm looking at. Just to add confluence, support. Monday's low will obviously come in. You can see the reaction that we've had if I put the data values on from Monday's low already. Today we've had this huge drive up, so if we do get below there, that is a very good sign that this wants to go lower, and we'll indeed get involved with Aussie New Zealand. Finish off with New Zealand CAD, sort of similar sort of story. We have this structure resistance here, and we have been breaking down after it looked like a false break above there, and then we have support down here. So this level of support and resistance is held, this top there, and now we really need this bottom there to go. Monday's low is coming in there, obviously. If we go down into the H1, zoom out. Last week we were looking to short this, and it's just come back up for one more raid, and then had this V reversal, which is a brave sign of weakness. Come up, take these stops before. Let me just. Usually when we get to the top of a key level, we consolidate, which has been happening here. You can see the consolidation, and then we get one more pop out, sucker people into some longs, and now we've broke down below this consolidation and looking for selling opportunities. So it all makes sense from higher time frames and lower time frames structurally. And price action is looking like it wants to go to the downside as well, so just going to be patient with this one and see if we can get involved this week. And that's your lot. Don't want to make it too long, too boring, but as I say, if you want to join the group and you get 2 daily videos and you get trade updates and just see where we're at with all these pairs, etc., and link will be in the description, or you can contact me through email, which will be up on the screen now. So I wish you all the best of luck for this week, and yeah, I'll see you in the group.